And welcome back to BAYOU City Geeks, episode 35. I'm your co-host, Bobby Behar, and with me is...
Jason Elliott.
So, we didn't do that intro last time. We were a little rusty. We've got a lot to cover in a short amount of time, so let's get to it. San Diego was last week, and there was a ton of news, especially from Marvel.
Oh boy, I mean, you know, the thing is, I wish we could have been there, just because, you know, it's really tradition for me to be out in San Diego.
I know.
People associate me with Comic-Cons, you know, and the thing is, you know, hey, I love going, I love seeing, you know, old friends, new friends, and everything, and, you know, the thing is, hey, we didn't get a chance to go, life happens, but, you know, we are going to try to make it next year. Hopefully we get to do New York Comic-Con, you know, this year, hopefully.
Let's see.
But, yeah, you know, Phase 4 and 5 were announced, and well, not everything... You know, for Phase 5.
Yeah, we got
It was talked about.
It was talked about, and we got one little thing of it, and that was the Blade reboot with Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, and that was a big surprise. Wesley Snipes has given it his blessing.
Yep.
I mean, and the thing is, Wesley Snipes has been in the business long enough to know, hey, these things happen, because he had been having conversations about coming back.
Yes, he had.
You know, as Blade. But here's the thing, maybe he could be Whistler. You know, they don't have to, you know, have a white dude as Whistler. Or but see, here's the thing. I would like to see him be Black Panther and not, you know.
We've talked about this before, like a past.
Yeah, like a past Black Panther. You know, he could be an ancestor of T'Challa.
Yeah.
You know, like a great grandfather or something like that. I mean, I would love to see that.
The World War II Black Panther?
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be actually really badass.
You know, the thing is, Black Panther is a mantle that many have fought for and died for.
Yep.
So, hey, you know, I would love to see Wesley do that. You know, just, you know, have it about a few years before he hands it off to Black Panther, T'Challa's father.
T'Chaka?
Yeah.
So now here's the thing, because Mahershala Ali is now Blade, and this has been rumored and might be confirmed soon, Netflix's Marvel shows are no longer canon, they will be recast, and we're losing everyone.
So they said that?
That's the rumor. That's the big rumor.
Oh, God,
because Kevin Feige is looking to do Iron Fist, the Power Man Iron Fist, with different actors. Because the rumor is, and I got this from Traveling Nerd. Thanks, Lance. Jeff Loeb is not liked in certain circles.
Oh, damn. You know, he gave us Teen Wolf. He gave us Teen Wolf.
I know he gave us Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, dude.
I get that. I get that.
You know?
A teenage werewolf. I get that. But apparently, he isn't liked, and so they're looking to recast and reboot everything. So that means that awesome season 4 of Daredevil that we were going to get, no longer going to happen.
I mean, I know this is a business of Hollywood, but you got to keep some type of continuity.
I know.
Is he looking to do a movie or a series?
I don't know yet.
Well, here's the thing. Don't recast John Barenthal. Please don't.
Well, John Barenthal, Charlie Cox, Jessica Ritter, Mike Coulter.
Well, maybe you can step in since you look like Charlie Cox.
I will gladly step in for Charlie Cox.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to throw a proper punch.
I can throw a proper punch. What the fuck are you talking about? I did karate, man. Come on, and judo.
When?
College.
Yeah, it was years ago.
That's right. I can still do it.
You still got that muscle memory, huh?
Oh yeah. Now, Phase 4. So Phase 5 will rumored to be Blade, Fantastic Four,
X-Men,
and X-Men. Which Sprouse, who plays Jughead?
Oh, Cole Sprouse.
Cole Sprouse wants to play Human Torch, and I can kind of see that.
You know what? He kind of reminds me of Ryan Reynolds.
A little bit.
Doesn't he kind of like have those Ryan Reynolds? I mean, you know,
the dimples.
The dimples and the way he enunciates his words. His delivery.
Yeah, I can see him yelling "Flame on." Either him or Zac Efron.
Well, that was rumored at one point.
Zac Efron.
Yeah, and they rumored him to play Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest, Human Torch, and Adam Warlock.
I would see him as either one of those, because Zac Efron, you know, the thing is, with these actors, they get pigeonholed as being, you know, teen heartthrobs. You know, he was in the High School Musicals and everything, but these guys can do so much more. I mean, hell, the guy played Ted Bundy.
It's true.
And was great as Ted Bundy.
It's true. I would like, what's his name? Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. Nikolai.
Yeah, you're a. Oh, no. I'm thinking of Jon Snow. You're a doppelganger. Yeah. Your other doppelganger.
The other me. Yeah. He's been rumored to play Adam Warlock too, and he'd be actually really good too.
Yeah.
So Phase.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So
I can't even pronounce his name right now.
Yeah, no. Phase 4 of Marvel will be Black Widow with Taskmaster. God, that's a tongue twister. As the villain, and David Harbour as Red Guardian. Mm-hmm. Then the Eternals with Salma Hayek. I didn't know she was in the Eternals.
Yeah,
she'll be the leader.
Yeah, and Angelina Jolie. So we got We got two powerhouses.
Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, Rob Stark, and
Kumail
Nanjiani.
Rob Stark is basically what's his name? Madden. Richard Madden.
Richard Madden, there we go.
From Bodyguard, which is on Netflix, was an excellent series.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
he won a Golden Globe for it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, unlike before, they will be connected to the Disney Plus. We'll go to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where Daniel Bruhl is coming back as
with Nemo and Baron Zemo.
Baron Zemo.
Oh, boy.
There we go.
But he will have his iconic costume. It's online where you can see him in the mask and the coat.
Yeah, we'll post
and it now since these TV projects are now being connected,
right?
It does make sense that
we're rebooting Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks.
It makes sense. It sucks, but it makes sense.
But here's the thing.
It wouldn't be hard to reconnect them.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, they sat up there and talked about the incident, which was the Battle of New York.
Yep.
I mean, come on. You gotta. Or here's the thing: if they're gonna reboot them, have it to where they're already operating, and kind of like what they did with Spider-Man, how they kind of retcon things in there.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's like this: just bring back the actors, please. It's only gonna be 2 years.
I know.
I mean,
I finally finished Jessica Jones season 3, and that was amazing.
I haven't finished it yet. I haven't even started on it. But the thing is, come on. Look, okay, if they're not going to be canon, just have it to where, they've been having their own little adventures.
Yeah, you can have a soft reboot. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Spider-Man. That's all I got to say.
Exactly. Then we go from there to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I can't wait for this one.
Tony Chang as the Mandarin, the real Mandarin.
Yes.
They are going to retcon to where Shang-Chi's father will be the Mandarin,
not Fu Manchu.
Yeah. And that makes sense.
Yeah, you cannot do Fu Manchu today unless, without being labeled racist.
Exactly.
It's like Blazing Saddles. You cannot do that movie.
Then we go back to Disney Plus with WandaVision, where we have a grown-up Monica Rambeau.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be awesome. Then we follow Scarlet Witch into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness,
which will be Marvel's first official horror movie. Which I'm all in for.
It's the same people as last time, and I think Cargill is writing it again.
Yeah, C. Robert Cargill, who used to work for Ain't It Cool News out of Austin, wrote the first movie.
And Nightmare will be the villain.
Yes, I cannot wait for that.
Then they finished Phase 4, kind of shockingly, on Disney Plus with Loki, which we follow after he sealed the Tesseract.
the 2012 Loki.
Exactly. What If, which is the animated series with Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher.
Watu.
And then Hawkeye.
And for the What If series, you got a lot of the actors coming back to voice their characters. Like, I know one storyline is that, like, what if Peggy got the Super Soldier Serum instead of Steve Rogers? And
he'll be her, like, Peggy, and she'll be the Captain America. So that'll be interesting to see. Flipping to DC, J.J. Abrams signed a $500 million deal with Warner Brothers.
Rumored is that he's going to do a Superman movie or a Green Lantern. I want to see him do a Green Lantern more so than Superman, because we all heard about the leaked Superman script. True. And the thing is it going to be a continuation of Man of Steel? I mean,
which Henry Cavill said he still wants to come back.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was like, I think it's kind of dumb that they don't want to do, they want to go in another direction as Superman just because he couldn't make a cameo appearance in Shazam.
I know.
But the thing is, it was the cameo was funny.
Cameo was great.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like
than him being in it.
Yeah, because it's like, it's Superman, but I mean, of course, it's not Henry Cavill's the body double. And it kind of makes it that, I would have figured if they would have showed him, like, from behind. Yeah. Or something like that, walking in, and then they just, show him from the neck down. Right. I mean, it's cool.
It was a good...
And look, scheduling conflicts happen all the time. I mean, it's not like you told him, hey, you're going to be in this movie 45 minutes, and he said he couldn't make it, or something like that. Breaking contract, but...
Warner Brothers just shooting themselves in the foot.
And also, they're shooting themselves in the foot with the, I think it's... the Harley Quinn movie, I believe, or Birds of Prey. Yeah. And I'm hearing that, like, the fans really liked the test screening, but the execs didn't like it. So now I think they're going to go back and redo it, and I'm just like, you did this with Suicide Squad.
The studio executives are getting in their way because they don't know what they want.
No, they don't know what they want. And the thing is, it's like this. This happened in the 90s and early 2000s, before Batman Begins came. They couldn't really decide on what direction to go with Superman and Batman. Yeah. So the thing is, it's like this. You either shit or get off the pot, leave people alone, leave great directors alone.
If the fans like it...
That's all. Those are the ones who are buying the tickets.
Yeah. The executives can go kiss off. Real quick, back to Netflix. Big Mouth is getting 3 more seasons, which is awesome. I love Big Mouth. All right, now this is like the week of Disney, so let's just get prepared. Also, I would like to see J.J. Abrams do Green Lantern after seeing Star Trek and Star Wars. He's
a good sci-fi guy.
He's a great sci-fi guy. The True Detective creator has expressed interest in making a Moon Knight for Marvel. That'd be amazing.
You know what? He's shown an ability to get inside people's heads. I
Yes.
mean, if you saw this last season when Mahershala Ali
I just have to watch it.
Oh, if you saw the episode, he really gets inside the character's head, especially Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Where, he's trying to piece together, who committed all these murders. And, it's not really about the murders. It's really about the person who's investigating.
Which is
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, and the way that he does, the framing and all this kind of stuff, and just the writing is very good. And, of course, you got Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
And Stephen Dorff from The Gate.
Yes. Let's see here. Deadpool and other Fox Marvel properties get control reportedly given to Kevin Feige.
Well, he said that he wanted to be R-rated. He said there's nothing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and Kevin Feige knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think the last 10 years have shown that Kevin Feige knows what he's doing.
He's made Marvel into a brand. I mean, the thing is, there were Hall H tickets given out just because Marvel was there.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, they haven't done that in years past where you get your ticket. And now I think that's what they need to do for all these panels.
Yep.
Have tickets.
Yeah.
And then, so people won't be just waiting out, for...
Because you waste your entire Comic-Con experience waiting to get in line.
Well, that and just, it was a girl at the gym who trains with my friend Joe. And she said that, she waited, 3 hours. She didn't even have a ticket. She just said she just went on some panel and waited 3 hours. I'm like, well, it's good that you didn't wait, all night.
But that's true. That's pretty much that's what I did. I went and watched the Preacher panel, waited, I watched Twin Peaks panel.
Yeah.
I had no interest in it, but I waited there. And then, 45 minutes later, I'm in there for Preacher and The Defenders and didn't have to wait for anything. Yeah. Let's see here. Sonic the Hedgehog movie reportedly delayed again.
Good.
Todd McFarlane apparently having trouble with the Spawn movie.
Jason Blum from Blumhouse Pictures said that he's still on board with the movie. Jamie Foxx hopefully is still attached.
Renner's still attached.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just going to be a slow process. I think the Halloween films are really kind of taking precedence over this Spawn movie, because the thing is, I mean, Spawn is not he's not Iron Man, he's not Spider-Man, he's a darker character.
Yep.
And I think that they need to take the time to get it right. I mean, but who knows Spawn better than the creator, Todd McFarlane? Sure. And I think, after Deadpool, there is a market for R-rated superhero movies.
Oh, Deadpool and Logan.
Yeah, I mean, and Logan, deconstructs, the character.
Now, speaking of Blumhouse, Halloween will get 2 new movies.
Sequels, I mean, and they're going to be filming back to back.
Yeah.
So next year we're going to get I guess, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends in 2021. So hopefully this ends the whole Laurie Strode saga.
The Laurie Strode saga. However, the filmmakers did say that they don't see an end to this.
Well, but here's the thing. They're not going to be doing it.
Right.
Because here's the thing. The reason why we've gotten so many, Nightmare on Elm Street sequels, Friday the 13th sequels, is because there was money to be made.
Right.
And the thing is, I'm not much of a Jason Voorhees guy, even though I share the namesake of him.
Right.
But I was always a Michael Myers guy, because the thing is, he had a lot of mystery to him, and the way that he was portrayed in the first 2 films, he was very mysterious. Now, the whole brother-sister thing, take it or leave it.
Right.
But the first film, I mean, he's just a force of nature.
He's a force of nature.
They didn't say, oh, hey, this guy is who he is because.
Right.
It just is.
It just is, exactly.
So the thing is, I mean, it probably will continue in some form, like they tried to do the found footage or the videotape with the Halloween Resurrection. Busta Rhymes doing karate on him. And, hey, it's like this. After, Halloween ends, I would like to see the franchise, just end, permanently. But somebody's going to, like I said, is going to continue, because there's going to be somebody who thinks they have a great story for it. And hey,
you could. There might be a great story out there. Now, outside of Marvel completely dominating San Diego, Warner Brothers and CW dominated San Diego with the Crisis on Infinite Earth news. Now, with that, it will be so we are getting the end of Arrow, which it's the right time.
Yeah.
We are getting Brandon Routh back as Kingdom Come Superman, which is amazing.
Excited.
We're getting Burt Ward back as 1960s Robin. We're getting.
I was surprised.
Same here. We're getting. Who was Wonder Woman in the 70s?
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter. She's coming back as Wonder Woman.
And she just celebrated about birthday number 68, I believe.
Yeah.
And still looks hot.
So looks, yeah. We're also getting Stephen Amell playing 8 different versions of Arrow. Tom Cavanaugh will be playing Pariah from the original series. So it's gonna be. I guess he's gonna be a version of Harrison Wells.
I guess so.
I guess because Pariah, like using science, brings the Anti-Monitor back. LaMonica Garrett will be playing both the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor. This will be the end of Arrow. And then also, while we won't see any Legends in the series, in the crossover, which sucks, and we won't be seeing Black Lightning apparently, which also sucks, Legends will be affected by the crossover.
Okay, good.
So, and I just finished...
They're probably gonna bring them all into one continuity.
Hopefully. Now, I did finish this last season of Legends before I finished.
I need to go back and.
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I love the show, dude, but it's like there's just so much good TV to watch, and I mean, the things get lost in the shuffle.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I'm halfway through Flash, halfway through Supergirl, halfway. John Cryer will be back as Lex Luthor,
and
Tyler Hoechlin will be back as Superman, and Elizabeth Tulloch will be back as Lois Lane.
Yeah, and that really shocked me. John Cryer's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
You know, he's always been a comedy guy. 2.5 Men, Pretty in Pink. But seeing him
Comedians
as Lex Luthor
play the best villains.
Well, they do the best dramatically.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever saw Doing Time on Maple Drive with Jim Carrey, where he played an alcoholic.
No.
That I used to have it on DVD, but that movie.
Well, look
was really great.
Oh. Jason Ritter? No. Who's his dad?
John Ritter.
John Ritter. John Ritter played a psychopath on SVU and in Buffy.
Yeah, and he also was in Bride of Chucky as an asshole cop.
Yes, he was an amazing dramatic actor.
And also, Chris Rock as Pookie in New Jack City.
That's true.
That was a great performance, and Martin Lawrence was supposed to have that part.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Titans. We saw the first look of Aqualad and Deathstroke. Both looked awesome.
And folks, speaking of DC Universe, it's not going anywhere.
No.
It's going to coexist alongside HBO Max, which begs the question: are they going to bring back Swamp Thing?
They could.
They should. No. There's not. They could. They should. Because the thing is, you prematurely cancel what was, turned out to be a really good show.
I know. I have made a big mistake. I forgot one giant movie from Phase 4.
What's that?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, and which sees Natalie Portman coming back as Jane Foster, and she will hold Mjolnir.
Yeah, she will be Thor. So we'll have two Thors. We'll have Thor and Thor Odin's son, like in the comic books. Valkyrie will be Queen of Asgard, looking for her queen. She'll be the first official
gay character
gay hero.
And I know Eternals is going to have, I think gay character too.
Gay character as well. So Marvel is really expanding, really
gotten diverse. I mean, beating DC to just about everything except the first female superhero.
It's true. It's true. Black Widow also will take place between Civil War and Infinity War. So that'll be interesting to see.
I want a Black Widow series.
I would love that too.
Yeah, it just shows like more of her time before she even met the Avengers, and shows her and Hawkeye on adventures.
I still don't know what happens in Budapest.
Me too. Maybe they might touch on it.
I would like to see what happened in Budapest. Kevin Smith is rewriting Clerks 3.
He's trying to get Jeff Anderson to come back. That's the MacGuffin. So Jeff Anderson is the Bill Murray of this whole franchise. Bill Murray didn't want to do 3. Now he's coming back for 3.
Come back for 3.
But, he and Jeff had a falling out after Clerks, the original Clerks.
Did they really?
Yeah. I don't know what that falling out was about, but from what I had heard from Brian O'Halloran, Jeff is kind of to himself. He lives in a community in Colorado that's, say about 98%, 65 and up, so retirement community.
Really?
Yeah, he's the youngest person there. And so, he didn't appear in a lot of Smith's films, with the exception of Dogma, when he plays the gun salesman.
Yeah.
He was there, and, except for Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, he hasn't really done a whole lot.
Clerks 2, yeah.
Yeah, and Clerks 2, yeah. I mean, he hasn't really done a whole lot of the Skew films.
Now, speaking of which, we did see the trailer for Jay and Silent Bob's Reboot.
Yeah, and Ben Affleck is back, and they are friends again.
They're friends again.
Oh, thank God.
All is right with the world.
And, I think a big portion of that rift was Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
He even said it, he and Ben have a relationship, you know, and all guys do this, where they rag on one another.
Yes.
You know, they tease each other, but that's, you know, just something that guys do, you know, to pass the time.
Of this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, she didn't get their relationship. And, you know, the thing is, she was getting mad at him and all this kind of stuff, and he was like, okay, I need to kind of step back. And,
right.
You know, but hey, they are back together. A lot of the familiar beats, you know, from, you know, what, 18 years ago are kind of repeated, but this time Jay has a daughter.
Yes.
He and Justice have a love child.
We'll see if that's really his love child, though.
And it's played by Harley Quinn Smith.
Oh, that's right. Now we're also getting Matt Damon back as Loki. Pretty much everyone that's been in Vanderbeek and Jason Biggs are back, which are hilarious. Val Kilmer's in it. We're supposed to have, like, what, 4 different Batman?
Yeah, we're going to have, I mean, it's going to be like Jay and Silent Bob. It's like a reboot. So
yes.
So it is a reboot. So it is probably going to repeat familiar things, except with, like, maybe a twist.
Right.
Jason Lee, oh, good, man. Good to see you again, Jason.
Right. That was actually really good. Let's see here.
And we got some news. Our 2 little metalheads, Beavis and Butthead, Sean the Butcher from XM Satellite Radio, broke this story, and then we later, you know, saw it on Facebook. Beavis and Butthead, sequel to Beavis and Butthead Do America, could be coming. Mike Judge said he has some ideas for how a movie could go.
I loved Beavis and Butthead Do America. I loved the soundtrack.
I love the series. I mean, the thing is, I love the revival that came out in 2011.
Yeah. Mike Judge has always been one of those guys that's very underrated.
Oh, very, very under. He and Greg Weisman are some of the most underrated creators in going. And the thing is, Mike Judge makes things that I don't think necessarily resonate right now, but it's kind of, they take their time to find their place. Yeah. Beavis and Butthead was something that just came at the right time. And it was a commentary on teenagers
and MTV. I mean, they used to play like the shittiest music videos.
Yeah, and they commented on it. And you know, and the thing is, Beavis and Butthead was just a force of nature, because before that, animation strictly was for kids. You had you know, The Simpsons, and then to a lesser extent, you had, I don't know if you remember, the Fish Police. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Fish Police on CBS. Yeah. You had Capital Critters, which Neil Patrick Harris was part of on ABC. And then you had The Simpsons, which proved that animation isn't always for children. Right,
and Beavis and Butthead was for that teen, like 18 to 24 audience.
Well, you can actually say 15, you know, to 34, I guess.
Actually, I think it was Beavis and Butthead where I first heard Soundgarden.
Yeah. I mean,
Black Hole Sun.
And the thing is, Beavis and Butthead shaped a lot of kids' musical preferences. I mean, the thing is, you know,
AC/DC, Metallica.
Yeah, you know, seeing all these videos
Pantera.
of songs that, you know, I'd never heard before, it had exposed me to a different type of music that, you know, I wouldn't necessarily otherwise have listened to.
It's true.
And then, you know, with that, I mean, I would, like, write down, you know, the music and everything, go to the store and, you know, buy the CD. So hopefully, you know, this means that we're going to get a series. You know, maybe if he does the movie and the demand is there, we can get a series.
I would say keep with the movie.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, or
bring it to Netflix.
Well, you know, Viacom owns it. So it's going to be on one of the streaming services, either MTV or maybe even Comedy Central, where I think would be a better fit.
It would be a better fit. Let's see here. Speaking of teens, Dawson's Creek Kerr Smith has been cast as the new principal on Riverdale.
Boy.
I need to finish Riverdale.
Yeah, Kerr Smith. Star Trek fan.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Thor: Love and Thunder will be set before Guardians Volume 3, which makes sense because before Volume 3.
Yeah, because we're not going to get Volume 3 until 2021, 22 maybe.
Exactly, because he's still working on Suicide Squad.
Which hopefully doesn't get messed with.
I'm sure you know it will be. Let's see, Mehcad Brooks is leaving Supergirl.
Well,
but we're getting Wynn back, so it's like we're getting a trade. It kind of sucks.
He wants to movie career and whatnot. And
makes sense. It does.
No.
And they always say that, you know, they'll leave it open for him to come back.
Yeah, and he was Eggs on True Blood too. So.
That's true.
And he's a Texan, Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Huh? Yeah, he's went to Reagan, where I went. Well, I didn't go, but you know the namesake. He went to Reagan in Austin. So,
really?
Which is right off 35.
Where?
It's right as you're coming in. If you're coming in from 290,
right,
it's on your right side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good point. The Boys gets an early season 2 renewal at Comic this past week. I am 15 minutes away from finishing the season off.
Yeah, and it stars Anthony Starr from who played Lucas Hood on Banshee.
Well, God, Carl Urban is an amazing. I mean, it is an amazing
Adaptation.
Thank you, of the book.
Yeah, and Robin Williams was a huge fan of that.
Not shocked. Seth Rogen and Adam Goldberg.
They're killing it, dude, with these comic book adaptations. One thing that I want to see, and they're doing this with a small screen, okay? Preacher's ending, which, oh man.
I need to finish Preacher.
Yeah, season 3. I think season 3 is still up.
It's on Netflix.
And it's on...
and Hulu.
Well, the thing is, it's like, I was expecting a longer run of Preacher. But, it is a limited series, so...
Well, I'm screw that, because Walking Dead's gotten 11 goddamn seasons.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I think they wanted it to go out on a high note and not,
linger,
yeah,
like Walking Dead.
And the thing is, I want to see what they do with a big budget, movie.
I want to see what they do with Invincible.
Yeah, that's true. Is it going to be a movie or a TV show?
I don't know yet.
I think it might be a TV show.
I want a TV show, because what they did with Preacher and what they've done with The Boys has an absolute... I mean, it's faithful. I put it like this. They did the same thing that they did with Walking Dead and Preacher. It's faithful enough to the comic books to where you know where it's going to go.
But it veers off.
Yeah,
and the thing is, those are two of the best creative guys, out in Hollywood just doing it. I can't wait to see what they do with Invincible, because Invincible is not going to be... It's kind of Spider-Man-esque.
It's very Spider-Man-esque.
But it's very violent.
Yes. And we've seen with Preacher and with The Boys, they do violence. Cringeworthily, beautifully.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm glad that we're getting all these small screen, superhero stories, because I think the small screen is where it's at for, and then we're getting Watchmen.
Yes.
It continue, and it's going to be a pseudo-sequel.
Pseudo-sequel, which Damon Lindelof told Alan Moore to go fuck off. Yeah.
Very politely.
Very politely, fuck you. But, Alan Moore is a dick to begin with. Everyone knows it. And I get why. He's very protective of his babies.
Yeah.
I get that.
But the thing is, it's like this. His stories are going to be told whether he wants them to or not.
Exactly.
The thing is, and I like V for Vendetta. I didn't enjoy LXG.
I loved Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen, it's a beautiful failure. And I think it came at the wrong time, because we were just, in 2009, we were just getting into the superhero mania.
Right.
And
if it came out now, everyone would be praising Zack Snyder.
But the thing is, this series here is a redemption. And Regina King looks like a badass.
Regina King,
go
Don
Brenda
Johnson.
Go Brenda Jenkins, and
Don Johnson.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of great people.
Jeremy Irons is.
He's Ozymandias.
Yep.
Louis Gossett Jr.
Yeah,
Louis Gossett, Iron Eagle.
Let's see here. Archer has been renewed for season 11. What they've said is that they will get out of the coma finally, and it will go back to the spy.
Okay.
Which I liked Danger Island. And I like Dreamland. I love Dreamland, actually. That was a really beautifully done season. I tried watching 2099, and I just couldn't.
The future?
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. It's the cast, but it's not the characters.
Yeah. I think the writing kind of...
has dropped off a bit.
Yeah.
Like with Dreamland, he was still a private eye. With Adventure Island, he was still kind of that private dick.
Yeah, and he's kind of, and Archer's an asshole who just doesn't really take anything seriously.
Exactly.
His mother, and he's only there because, his mother.
Exactly. So, I hopefully season 11 goes back to, where it should be. Arsenio Hall is coming back for Coming to America 2.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
And no word on James Earl Jones yet. No word on John Amos just yet. So, though this was following, I guess, his son.
Yeah.
And it has Coming to America, and I think I said this before, Coming to America and Black Panther kind of had the same vibes. They got that prince from the fictional African country.
I love Coming to America.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see here. Batwoman will show the origins of the Batman villain Hush. Although, I am not hearing good things about Batwoman.
Yeah, I've heard some mediocre reviews of it. I don't know. I'm just going to judge for myself.
And I was talking with my buddy Lance, with Traveling Nerd and God Hates Geeks, and we kind of had the same what the hell moment, where Batwoman is in the CW universe as all the others. Greg Berlanti is, show running this. How is this missing the mark where all the other shows have hit?
It's well, what Earth does it take place on?
Oh, I don't know. I know it's not on Earth Prime or Earth 33.
Okay, so the thing, because I remember they came there during the whole
crisis last year.
Yeah. Huh. So
are you saying we're getting a different Earth, Greg Berlanti?
Maybe so. I mean, but the thing is, Batman is her cousin, and he's been gone.
He's been gone.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the writing. I mean, who's writing the show?
I don't know.
Greg Berlanti oversees it, but
I get the fact that Greg is busy.
Because he's got his hands in a lot of stuff.
He's got, 8, 9 shows going?
He's got Riverdale. He's got all the CW stuff. I mean...
That's 7 right there. Yeah. So, Star Trek Lower Deck has cast Jack Quaid and Jerry O'Connell. Jack Quaid is killing it in The Boys. I'm loving it.
Yeah, this is Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's son.
Yep.
He's not Russell Crowe's son.
No.
Contrary to what you might think, but no. And his dad is a Houstonian, like us.
Yes. Let's see. Carlos Valdez is not leaving The Flash, which is good.
Yeah, good. And I hate that he's not Vibe anymore.
Yeah, I know. I need to get caught up on Flash to see what happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Oh, no, he took the serum.
Yeah, he took the serum. So, I don't like that, but hey, as long as we have some Carlos Valdez spitting his one-liners, I'm good.
I'm good with that. Now, one thing we haven't talked about yet, Star Trek Picard.
Oh, boy.
My God, that looks amazing.
Yeah, and I'm sad to hear that that Patrick Stewart Star series. It was forget Walter Blunt.
Yes.
Blunt Talk. I love that show.
I have season 1. I need to watch it.
Yeah, and oh boy, it is very, very funny.
Yeah,
and it shows Patrick Stewart, just kind of, doing something different.
Yes.
And not exactly the most likable guy, but. He's kind of like a Tony Stark in the news world.
Which I can get with that.
Yeah.
But with the first trailer, we saw that Data and 7 of 9 are back. We'll also get Jason Frakes?
Jonathan Frakes.
Frakes and Marina Sirtis back.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Because they're married now. So
yes.
Hopefully we get Will Wheaton. I know LeVar Burton says he expects to come back.
Yes. So that'd be awesome. Let's see here. And then finally we got a new trailer for Dark Fate. Terminator Dark Fate, and Arnold's character will be called Carl.
Yeah. and Arnold has aged. His character's aged too.
Yes.
So,
but because remember he's got the
flesh.
The flesh on him. So yeah, it makes completely makes sense. I like how they've worked that into it.
Yeah. Hopefully it can be the real Terminator 3 that we've all been wanting.
Yes, which I think they're going to do that. Oh, and Edward Furlong is back.
Yeah, so that hopefully, this means that, Eddie Furlong has cleaned himself up. The last time I saw him in a big Hollywood movie was, Green Hornet.
Yeah.
That was back in 2011. So hopefully, and if this does well, it means that he's back on track in Hollywood.
That'd be nice. Now, we do, coming up, we do have It, Chapter 2. We've got...
Which we've seen the trailer for, and it looks, oh boy.
God, it looks amazing. Oh, I finally watched Barry on HBO.
Really? How'd you like it?
I love it.
Oh, you got to see. Did you watch season 2?
Yep.
Did you watch the one with the little girl and the karate?
Fucking amazing.
That's my favorite episode of that series, of that season 2, because it just comes out of nowhere.
Comes out of complete left field. Now, Bill Hader will be in Chapter 2.
Of course, yeah, he's Richie.
Yeah, and he's really shown that he can do
dramatic work.
Drama.
Well, he is a comedian.
We do get Dr. Sleep coming out in November. Mm-hmm. That looks amazing. And we don't have any Marvel films really for a while now.
No, because the Eternals is in 2020.
Yep. So next year, yeah. Action figure wise, I'll be getting a few hopefully in the next coming months.
I did get the Teen Wolf Scott Howard pop.
I did get JD. Now, what they did release at Marvel at San Diego was that we'll be getting a 3-pack Marvel Legends.
Ultimate Alliance, right? Oh.
No, not that one. It was the 90s Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine, the love triangle. We finally get a Jean Grey. We get Cyclops with 2 different heads, with 2 different glasses, and his bomber jacket. And then Wolverine will have his adamantium claws and bone claws because the 90s were all about the bone claws.
Yeah, and we're going to get a lot of Power Ranger stuff, too.
A lot of Power Ranger stuff. I finally started reading the series. I've got volumes 2 and 3 in the apartment. I need to read those.
They're very good.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and, you know, in the comics, you know, the Jason, Trini, and Zach did follow the storyline where they went to the, you know, the peace conference.
Right.
However, it's not really where they went.
Right.
And the thing is, you know, in 40, and you see in the beginning, at the end, in the end panel, they are still Power Rangers. They're on a secret covert team.
Really?
Yeah, so they're called the Omega Rangers.
That's cool.
And they're joined by a new character in issue 41, which is out now, named Kaya. And she's an alien who's just like all sorts of kick-ass.
Oh, okay. The only book I'm reading right now, really, I had to kind of drop off for a while. I'll be picking back up hopefully soon. Batman. Batman with the city of Bane is insane. Like, Bane has taken over Gotham. Thomas Wayne has broken Bruce Wayne psychologically. And literally, Bane has all the villains being cops. But he has them on such a tight leash that Gotham literally has no more crime. Because all the criminals are in charge. But the reason why Bane has done this is that America leaves Gotham alone. As long as the crime rate is down, America leaves Gotham alone. And it's actually been really, really good. X-Men, Hickman is on the X books, and
yeah, he's going to be rebooting them too.
It's insane. So pretty much Krakoa is now its own island, and the mutants. Xavier has given the world an option. We will give you the cure for everything. Leave us alone.
You mean like diseases and all?
Diseases, Alzheimer's, everything. Krakoa can create the vaccines.
Wow.
But, of course, humanity can't stay out of its own way, and we find the Friends of Humanity on a Sentinel satellite by the sun, and it's popping out new Sentinels.
Oh, God.
Yeah, X-Men is actually kind of insane. Cyclops got shot through the eye, so he only has one eye, so now he is literally a Cyclops. They killed off Multiple Man again. They killed off Havoc by letting him just go completely, you know, Nova. So X-Men's getting interesting again. But that's all. I haven't read Justice League lately. I haven't read
Power
Archie.
Rangers is really the only book that I'm really reading right now. You know, trying to keep it simple. But
Right.
On the video game front, Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, I need to
Marvel
get
Ultimate
that.
Alliance 3 did come out,
Yes.
and played a little bit of it.
Did you?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance 2 was kind of, you know, try to follow the whole Civil War storyline.
Yes.
And, you know, it was okay, you know. I mean,
And this one kind of
still liked it.
follows the Infinity Saga, right?
Yeah, this one does, like with the, you know, Infinity Gems,
Right.
or Stones, rather. And, you know, you're taking on the Black Order, has so many guys in there. And we're getting a free DLC pack on August 30th.
Really?
With Cyclops and Colossus. And then you're going to get the first paid DLC with the Marvel Knights.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I also did see that
And speaking of video games,
the
too.
Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
We won't get gameplay of that until after GameCon, which I didn't know there was a GameCon. I'm not shocked there's one called GameCon. We will get downloadable suits or
Yep.
skins.
And I think you can customize your character, too.
Yes, you can customize them, which I will be customizing the hell out of Captain America because looked horrible.
Well, the thing is, what they're doing is they're kind of veering off on a completely different path from the movies, and
I get that, but Spider-Man did that too, and guess what? Spider-Man was awesome.
yeah, I mean, but you're just talking about the look.
True, but still, the look is important.
Well, that's true. I mean, well, we'll see if they listen. You know, probably go to Sonic the Hedgehog route and
Exactly.
just delay the game and like rework all.
Exactly. Speaking of games, Spider-Man has beaten Batman as the #1 selling video game.
Yeah, I never thought that would happen. But
Yeah.
the thing is, with all the, I think people like the 2002 movie, they were waiting for a good Spider-Man video game. I've played my fair share of Spider-Man video games, and this one here is the best.
The best.
My favorite, I got a soft spot in my heart for it, is the PlayStation games, and then the Spider-Man arcade game from the 90s, where you get to play as Namor, Black Cat, and Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, I always like Maximum Carnage.
You know what? That one was pretty good too, but Separation Anxiety sucked.
I didn't play that one.
It was just a lot of the familiar beats and everything, and
no.
you know, you can play Spider-Man and Venom like this one, and it followed the Separation Anxiety
Spider-Man
storyline.
X-Men was just insanely difficult.
Yeah, it was okay.
And then Spider-Man Far From Home crossed the $1 billion mark, which means Marvel gets to hold on to it, or we're not shocked. And then Avengers Endgame is now the #1 grossing movie of all time, which, once again, we're not shocked.
Yeah, I mean, when John Wick actually messed up the initial release, because John Wick made 50-something million that opening weekend.
Really?
Yeah, so John Wick got in the way. That's why they had to re-release it.
John Wick.
Yeah, but back to video games.
Yes.
Wolfenstein Youngblood came out. And for all you guys out there who want to get the deluxe version, I did purchase the deluxe version. It's only $40.
Really?
Yeah, it's only $40, and it includes a buddy pass where somebody doesn't have to have the game, but they just put in a code, and hey, you guys can play together at the same time.
That's badass.
So the thing is, it follows BJ Blazkowicz and his 2 daughters.
Okay.
So the thing is, it's the 80s now, and they're trying to find BJ Blazkowicz. He's gone missing.
Okay.
So the thing is, I watched my friend Krill Virus. If you haven't, checked him out, check him out on Facebook. Krill's Kills Gaming. He's a very cool dude from New York, but he was playing it, and there was a lot of lag. He was playing it on Xbox.
Really?
And there's a lot of lag. Now, when I played it, there was a little bit too. I mean, I don't know what was going on, so I can tell you that there will be a patch to download to fix that. Because the thing is, it seems that they're just pushing these games out, and they have bugs in them.
Makes sense.
And the thing is, I understand you got to meet the release date, but maybe you need to negotiate with these companies. Hey, let's get it out when all the bugs are out. Blizzard does this.
Yep.
Rockstar Games does this.
Yep.
Takes them 3 years to bring out a game, but
it's worth it.
But and also, that game is awesome.
Yes.
And the mechanics and everything are great. It's just that I didn't really like the lag and everything. And
no one likes lag.
Yeah, and it's just it can those little minor infractions can really bring down a game.
Yep.
And I'm still working my way through the story, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I mean, if you like the old blood, if you like Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, which pushed that series to new heights, I say go on and get this game.
Nice. I got nothing else. That's it for this episode. Next episode we'll talk more movies and TV shows. Hopefully more stuff will have come out, especially since we're getting closer to the fall season, and I'll have more reviews on TV shows and hopefully a few movies. But with that, that's it.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Yes.
And
that's
of course, YouTube.
And YouTube. More subscribers, people. Let's do this. With that, be good to one another. I'm your co-host, Bobby Behar, and with me is
Jason Elliott.
See you in the funny papers.